Seated. We're going to start with a seated meditation. So get comfortable. Okay, so this will be a chair yoga or office yoga practice, depending on if you're at work or home. If you're at home and have an option of a chair versus the couch, sit in a chair to begin. So we're sitting nice and tall. We're what I call mountain pose for meditation. So have your feet on the ground. Rest your hands on the thigh. And then just start by circling your shoulders, big circles. And then interlock your fingers and reach the arms up to the sky. Reach for the sky, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, sweep the arms down, relaxing the hands on the legs. And let the eyes close now, settle into your posture. Allow for some slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Let the face relax. Let the shoulders relax. Imagine any tensions or stress from holiday season or in general just melting away with every exhalation. And start to notice your stomach. Let the stomach relax. Take a few slow breaths into the stomach now. And then now we're going to place your hands on the stomach. So we're going to do a few what's called lower abdominal breaths. So place one hand over the other. As you inhale, push the belly forward on inhalation, like a balloon expanding. On exhale, pull the navel towards the spine. So we're going to do that a few times. You're going to inhale, push the stomach forward with your breath, like a balloon expanding. Long exhale, pull the navel towards spine. And you can keep the eyes closed to really focus on the breath here. Lower abdominal breathing is a great way to start your yoga practice, but it's good for stress management. So I'm purposely doing that today for holiday time for those you get stressed. We use that belly breathing. Try a few more. Inhale, stomach expanding. Exhale, releasing. And then release your hands on your legs. And just relax the stomach. Let the eyes open slowly. Okay, now we're going to continue to breathe, but adding our movement, our yoga warm-ups, and then posture. So bring your hands on the knees. Stretch the arms. We're going to round the back, scared cat. Inhale, lift the sternum arch. Bring the shoulders back. The cow. Exhale, round. Cat. Inhale, cow. So on your own, you're moving your spine. You're starting at the base, tilting the pelvis forward and back. And continue. Okay, a few more. Breathing in slow. As you inhale, the heart, sternum lift, the cow. Exhale, round, scared cat. And on the last one, find neutral, mountain pose. Okay, then stretch your arms out like a T shape, and then we're going to rotate so if you start with your palms up, rotate them down and back and forth. Or think of your thumbs facing the back wall, and then down and back. Rotate, down, back, down, back. And then end with your palms facing skyward and stretch the arms away from each other. Extend. Then inhale, reach the arms up, upward hand pose. Exhale, now lower the right arm, curve to the right, crescent moon. If you want support, a little more support, bring your right hand on the leg. Inhale, center and switch. Exhale, lower the left arm. Breathe in, take the right arm up. Exhale, curve to the left, crescent moon. Place the left hand on the left thigh. Hold and breathe. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower the arm. Okay, roll the shoulders again. Big circles, and then we'll add the arms with it. Make big circles with your arms going back. So your arms are going up, back, and down, up, back, and down. And then as big circles as you can. Get those shoulder joints moving. Skip it if it hurts, like always. Okay, go the other way. Start small, circles forward with the arms, and then bigger, bigger, as big as you can. That doesn't hurt. And then relax your hands, close your eyes, and now observe your shoulders. Let the neck and the shoulders relax. Okay, neck exercises now. We're going to start just simple turning the head side to side. And then center, and now lift the nose up and down, chin up and chin down. All right, the expression, keep your chin up. So we're lifting our chin up, feel the joy, chin up and down and up and down. And now stretch your hands towards the floor. Drop your right ear to the right shoulder. Take your right hand, lightly touch the head for a gentle stretch on the left side of the neck. And hold and breathe. And then we'll switch. Reach your hands towards the ground. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Take your hand, lightly touch the head, stretching the right side of the neck. And hold and breathe. And find center. Release your hands on your legs. And now drop your chin to the chest, and now make some circles in the air with your nose. And switch direction. And release. Okay, interlock your fingers, stretch your arms out and up, and now squeeze your thighs together. Bring the legs together. Squeeze the arms towards the ears, thunderbolt pose. And then sweep the arms down and back. If you can hold the back of the chair, you can grab the chair back, or you can interlock your fingers, shoulder stretch. And then release. Good work. Okay, now forward fold. So we're going to sit tall, breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands right above the knee, hinge at the hips, lengthening the spine. You may start halfway. And then let's actually do halfway and come back up. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Exhale, extend the spine. Halfway. It's like a slow chair push-up. Inhale up. And one more. This time, for those that are comfortable, slide the hand down the leg, go all the way down. You can even touch your feet if that feels okay. Relax your neck and breathe. Inhale, come up. Stretch your arms up. Inhale, right up to upward hand pose. And then we're going to repeat. Place the hand on the thigh. Breathe in again. As you exhale, bend the elbows halfway or forward fold. For those who want to slide the hand down the leg, maybe touch the feet go all the way. Release your neck. And then coming up, sitting nice and tall. Okay, close your eyes a moment. Observe your back, your spine, and your hips. And now we're going to cross your left ankle on the right thigh. If you can't do that, don't worry. Just stretch your leg in the air. And we're just going to simply rotate our ankle. But if you have your ankle on the thigh, take your hand, thumb and middle or index finger, hook it around the ankle. Take your other hand and guide your foot. Make some circles through the ankle joint for winter, cold mornings. You want to keep those joints feeling good. And then switch. You can just stretch your leg out, circle the other toe, or if you can get your ankle on the thigh, bring your hand on the foot and then make circles with your foot. You can take that other hand, just kind of support around the ankle. Good. then release it out. Stretch your right leg out. Let's actually sit halfway on the chair, so your thighs half supported. Lift your right leg up. And then point and flex the foot 10 to 20 times. You're starting kind of gentle seated today, and then we'll do standing in a little bit. And then circle the toes there. Okay, and then switch. Lift your other leg up halfway. Sit tall. Point and flex 10 to 20 times. And then circle the toes. And then release the foot. Close your eyes a moment, a mindfulness pause to feel the ankles, the feet, and the lower legs. Let the eyes close. Take a slow, deep breath in and out through the nose. Now we're going to bring your hands either on the chair underneath it to sit tall, or you can press down, or if you want, rest the hand on the lap. If you have chair arms, you can rest there. But we're going to inhale, lift both legs up, and exhale, lower. 10 times, just a little strength and to movement to the knees, a little strength for the upper thigh. Almost there. It's about 9. And now 10, hold the legs out, stretch the arms up, staff pose, reach the arms to the sky. If you need more support, scoot forward on the chair and keep the heels on the ground. Otherwise, half of your thighs on the chair, the toes pull towards you and the arms reach up. And then exhale, lower it down and relax. Close your eyes. Relax, observe your legs, your knees, your body. Take a slow breath in and out through the nose. And now we're going to take your legs kind of wide, lean forward, bring your hands on the thigh, and now we're going to make little circles with your spine, spinal circles. So you're scooting forward on your chair. You're not against the chair back, so you don't want to slouch here. You start sitting tall, and then you make circles. For those of you that are comfortable, go as big as you can. And now reverse the direction. Start small. Small. You can go bigger. And then find center. And now we're going to do the same thing, but with breath. So start clockwise. We're going to inhale, go forward and to the right. Exhale, lean left and forward. You're making a big circle clockwise, but inhale half the circle, exhale the other half. So you inhale as you go back, exhale forward. We're trying to loosen up that hip and lower back area, which can prevent some hip and back pain or your back going out. Switch direction, inhale back, exhale forward. It's called Sufi grind. And find center, close the eyes, mountain pose. Another mindful pause, observe your back, observe your hips, observe your body. Okay, now we're gonna, one more thing, seated. If you're eager to stand, you could come up to standing. Otherwise, seated is fine for this. We're gonna touch your thumb to the first finger and take your elbows up, elbows in line with your shoulders. And then take the elbows back, sitting nice and tall, so your head's over the spine. Inhale, twist to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale left, exhale right. Okay, on your own. You can go fast or slow, upper back twist. And then stay there, whether you're seated or standing. We're going to inhale the arms up, exhale, pull with your hands down like a fist. So fingers, let's do straight fingers up, inhale, exhale, pull down. Inhale, exhale through the nose. 10 times. And then close your eyes, relax your arms, observe the body and breath. Okay, as our seated practice, kind of more gentle seated. Now, those who want to stand, we're going to come up to standing for strength and balance work standing. If you need to sit, that's fine. You could stay seated. For those that are able to and comfortable to stand, come behind your chair, bring your feet together. If you don't need the chair, start by relaxing your arms alongside you in the mountain pose. And just close the eyes a moment, take some slow, deep breaths. And then we're going to step the right leg back into a lunge. So bend the left knee. If you're seated, I'll show in a moment what you'll do seated. And then push off the foot, step forward to mountain pose. Okay, and then we switch. Inhale, we're going to take the left leg back, the right leg bends. We're not going to hold long yet. Exhale, push off the foot, mountain pose. So we're going to go back and forth. Inhale, lunge, one side, exhale, mountain. For leg strength and balance. Okay, find your own rhythm, find your breath pattern. Go at your own pace now. One leg back, one leg forward. For seated, you're going to inhale one leg up, exhale lower, and then alternate. Okay, for quad strength. Okay, one more each side. And then we're going to come back to mountain, and now we're going to hold. Now take the right leg back and hold. Light on the hands. If you're standing, light on the hands. Let the hips lower as your back thigh lifts, and then extend through the back heel. High lunge posture. If your chair moves and slides, you can try a little variation. Slide the chair forward as you stretch the right heel back. Now you're getting closer to, if you weren't using a chair, you're in a high lunge on the floor. Okay. You can use the chair maybe on the middle bar or the top bar, and then pull the chair in. This is only if your chair slides. And then step it forward. Just careful there with stability. Mountain pose. Relax your arms. Close your eyes. Take a moment to pause and observe the breath, and we'll switch sides. So left leg back. The right leg bends. We're holding the lunge now. If you want to deepen it, drop the hips lower. Extend through the back heel. That variation now, you can press through the left heel, lengthen your back leg back. As you exhale, reach the arms, slide your chair forward, extending the waist. If you touch the floor, you're not in chair yoga version, you're in the high lunge on the floor. So either version. Be on that middle chair back bar if you have one. When you come out, crawl your hands back up to the top of the chair, mountain pose. You don't need the chair, just take your feet together where you are. Relax your arms, close your eyes. We'll just pause now, close the eyes again. We're doing a lot of mindfulness breaks today in between poses. Find balance on 2 feet. Feel both feet equally pressing into the ground. Okay, next is a sciatic joint relief and balance if you're standing. If you're seated, you're going to use both hands to lift the leg. If you're standing, go to the right side of your chair. Bring your left hand on the chair, your right hand on the hip, and then lift the right leg and then slide the right hand under the knee and lift it as high as you can. The right knee goes to the armpit or chest. Okay, for hip joint relief, if you can bring both hands to the shin, you don't have the chair, a lot of balance practice, so focus on one point that's not moving. And then hold, breathe. Notice that left leg, the standing leg and ankle, you're getting strength to that as it tries to find stability. Okay, release, and we'll switch sides. We'll go to the left side of the chair, bring your right hand on the chair and the feet together. Just pause a moment. And then if you're seated, you can take both hands under the leg to begin. If you're standing, just lift your left leg up, slide the left hand under the left knee, or both hands to the shin if you don't need the chair. And then breathe. Exhale, come out and shake it out. Good work. Okay, nice little hip release. Now we're going to take the legs wide. You can hold the chair if you need. Your legs will be about 3 feet wide. If you're seated, same thing. Turn the toes a little bit out away from each other. Okay, we'll start. If you're standing legs straight, you stretch your arms up to the corners of the room. 5-point star pose. Then we're going to exhale. Hands can go to the chair as you drop into a squat. So inhale, extend. Exhale, drop. For the seated version, you're going to stretch, inhale, exhale, hands to shoulder. Inhale, exhale. Okay, on your own now, we'll go about 10 to 20 times, a lot of leg strength. If you don't need the chair, inhale, star, exhale, Devyasana, goddess pose. So you can do it without the chair or hold the chair. You can hold the chair the whole time and just work the legs. Okay, you can, whoops, I just did the wrong way. You can drop down and straighten your arms. This star pose is actually straight legs. Inhale, exhale, goddess. Okay, a few more. On the last one, we're going to hold the goddess, Devyasana. Take the legs maybe a little wider, get maybe a little lower if you're standing. And then now, your hands to the chair top, or if you're able to, bring your hands to the inner knee or forearms and move the knees towards the little toe, stretching the inner thigh as you lengthen the spine forward. Then turn the toes forward, roll it up, walk it in, heel toe, till your feet are together. Return to the mountain, close the eyes, pause, and observe the breath. Observe the body. Okay, next one we're going to do is a low lunge, but I'm going to show 3 options and you can choose what you like. So if you have a wall and you're able to, bring the chair to a wall just to make it more stable. If not, don't worry about it. The seated lunge, you're going to lift your knee up as high as you can, and then seated, if you want to do some movements up and down or circling, you can also bring your hand under the knee, and you'll do that each side. You can do 1 or 2 rounds, take your time. For those you want to stand, you're going to face the chair base where you sit. Step your right foot on the chair. This is why a wall is handy, because then you can bring, instead of your hands to the chair top, and don't push it back if you don't have a wall. But if you're on a wall, you can crawl your hands up the wall for a little length. Otherwise, you're holding the chair. So you're pressing that left hip forward, releasing your left heel towards the ground and letting your shoulders relax, whether you're holding the chair back or the wall. It's a psoas stretch on the left side. And then switch, standing, same thing. Bring your left foot to the chair, your hand to the chair back. Slide your right heel doesn't touch the ground probably. It's okay to be off the ground, but you're not back. You're kind of releasing, pushing the right hip gently forward as you lift the spine or crawling your hands up a wall. And come out and shake it out. Okay, good work. So I want you to try a different version. If you did the standing, you could try the seated. If you did the seated, if you want to try or can the standing. But I'm going to show one more option. If you're okay to come down on the ground with your knees on the floor, I do suggest a cushion if you have a wood floor. So you bring your hands on the chair base. It's low lunge with, actually for your knee, you'll want padding under the knee. So if you got a carpet or something, okay. So you don't need it, but you may like that for the knee. So we're going to place your right foot, your right heel under the right knee, and then you slide your left leg back. It's called Anjaneya Asana, just like we did standing, but your back knee's on the ground. Then you push the left hip forward, the shoulders back, and enjoy a nice psoas, left front thigh, lunge, low lunge, and stretch. And then when you switch, you take your knee back, you switch legs. Now you push the right hip forward, lifting the spine, make sure it doesn't hurt. And breathe. Then take both knees back, puppy dog pose. You're going to bring your hands on the thigh, reach the hips back. This is if your knees are on the ground. Lengthen the spine. It's puppy dog, by the way, for those mixed chair and floor from table pose with no chair. Then you walk your hands forward, forehead down. And then come on up. And I'm going to show a few versions now for this next pose. So first one is seated. It's really for the upper arm. You could stand or sit. The seated version, it's dolphin. We're going to do a chair yoga dolphin. So you're going to interlock your fingers. You're going to lift your elbows up over the shoulders and then drop the hands behind the head, squeezing the elbows towards each other. Okay, so your fingers are interlocked. Your elbows go as high up as you can over the shoulders. The hands drop back and then you squeeze the elbows in. You're trying not to let the elbows wing out, but you want them like over the shoulder. Okay, as best you can. You can do that standing or seated. If you're comfortable with your knee on the ground and lunge, try it on a chair. You bring your elbows on the chair. It's a nice little shoulder, upper back stretch, and then you release your hips back. You can even rest your forehead maybe on the chair base. Okay, the posture without a chair would be the forearms on the ground, and then you lift the hips, called the dolphin. Just modify it. Don't put too much weight on your arms. Okay, then when you come out, make some big circles with your shoulders. And we're going to have a seat. Actually, sorry, let's stay standing for those of you that were standing. We're going to do, let's do our balance now, and then we'll do seated after. So some more one leg balance practice. So let's move to the right side of your chair, standing with your left hand on the chair. And then we're going to step your right foot forward and lift the right heel. If you're seated, just join in so far. If you're standing now, bend the left knee and then straighten the left leg. So you're going to bend the left leg and straighten. You're just on the right toe tip. We're going to gain leg strength. We're easing into stork, but adding some exercise, squatting left leg 10 times. Almost there. Got about 3 more. Good work. And now straighten the left leg. Lift the right leg up 90 degrees. If comfortable, lift the right arm up. The palms are facing each other. I know, sorry, I'm getting cut off in the video, but the left arm comes up. If you don't want the chair, otherwise hold the chair. Stork. And then focus your eyes on one point and breathe. And exhale, lower down and shake it out. Good work. Other side. Just going to bring your feet together. Take your left leg in front of you and lift the heel. Bend the right leg and straighten. Bend and straighten. 10 times total on your own. You're very light on that left toe. So you're strengthening that right glute and leg and ankle. If it hurts your knee, skip it. You're almost there. And now, after the 10th one, straighten the right leg. If comfortable, lift that left leg up, balancing on the right leg, stork pose. And then lift the left arm up. If you want to come off the chair, both arms up, no chair. Focus the mind, the eyes, and breathe. Exhale, lower, shake it out. Good work. Good work. Okay, let's have a seat now. Coming into mountain pose. And we're just going to pause for a moment. Oh yeah, it's coldish in the winter. Carpet's nice for my feet. Okay, the cold wood floor. All right, so we're going to sit in mountain pose. I know some of you are at work who practice this office or chair yoga, but if you're at home, unless you're cold, barefoot is nice because you can really feel the ground and taking your shoes off. So feel free to do that. or in the winter if you need socks, but you don't have to be in shoes when you're seated for chair yoga unless you need to be. So, okay, now we're going to go into a leg stretch. So let's hold under the left leg and now stretch your left leg out. You may be lower, wherever you are, and then point and flex a few times. And switch sides if you need your heel on the ground. Otherwise, lift the leg in the air, point and flex. Exhale, lower. Close your eyes. Mindfulness moments. We're going to return to stillness after leg stretch. Mountain pose called Tadasana. Okay, let's go into pigeon posture. Take your left ankle on the right thigh. Modify if you need. You could hold with your hands or hold using a belt. You're going to flex the left foot and sit tall. And exhale, start to bow forward in the pigeon pose. And then we'll switch. Cross your right ankle on the left thigh, flex your foot, breathe in. Exhale, bow forward, pigeon posture. And then coming out, sit in the mountain pose. Close the eyes, relax, observe the legs and the hips. Okay, seated spinal twist is next. We're going to bring our legs together. Cross your right leg over the left. Take your right hand behind you. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, cross your left arm over the right leg. Right. And release. And switch. Cross your left leg over right. This is to keep your back flexible and less pain, less tension, but don't go too far, just comfortable. So you take your left hand behind you, breathe in, take your right arm up. Exhale, cross your right arm over the left leg, gently twist to the left. Take some slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. And release. Sit tall. Cross your right arm over the left. Lift your elbows up to the sky as high as you can. Take your hands up, eagle pose arms. And then lift your elbows higher as your shoulders melt away from the ears down. So your right arm's on top of the left. If you just need to hug yourself more gently, that's fine. So then cross your left leg over right, and then we're going to lean forward and lift the elbows up. If you want to do it standing, you can. It'll be harder in the same shape, but you're standing, Garudasana. The seated is more for shoulder opening and stretch. The standing will add balance and leg strength. Okay, then when you release, take your arms back and switch. Cross your left arm over right. You can just stay with the hug. Or lift the elbows up, lift the hands up, and switch right leg over left, left arm over right, opposites. Breathe in. Exhale, bow forward a little bit, and then lengthen the spine and lift the elbows up as you slide the shoulders down away from the ears. And release, good work. Undo the legs, unwind, roll your shoulders, big circles. And let's return what we did in the beginning. The arms like the scarecrow shape, thumb over the first fingernail. And now just an upper back twist again. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. See if your upper back, I can feel mine a little looser. See if it feels a little less restricted from the beginning warm-ups. See what all the other postures do. And then reach your hands up to the sky, flex your hands, pull the fingers back like you're holding the ceiling up. Palms facing up, stretch up, press the feet down, and then now it's called sweeping the aura. Inhale up, palms forward, exhale, sweep down and back. So you inhale up, now palms are forward, and then exhale as you lean forward, sweep the arms back, hands up as high as you can. Okay, on your own a few times. So you could do this standing if you like as well. Threw my bracelet off, hold on. And then end with your arms up, inhale, exhale, sweep it down, close your eyes, and just pause, relax, observe your body. Observe the breath. All right, now we're going to work on some arm strength. So I've been teaching more and more of this since the last few months because sometimes we do chair yoga because it's hard to get down on the floor. Not for everyone, you might be at work or different things, but some do chair yoga because they can't get down on the ground. So then if you're not doing hand weights and you're not doing push-ups on the ground or down dog on the ground or other poses or exercises, you want to keep your arms strong. So we'll do some arm exercises, not a yoga pose. And those you want to stand to gain leg strength. You don't need the chair. You can have your feet hip width, toes forward. And then like you're sitting in a chair. And you can do that the whole time. Okay, so otherwise you're going to sit in a chair. Hold on one second. Okay, so we're going to begin. Sorry. Let me make sure my cat wasn't locked outside in the catio. It's cold. Here's 18 pounds, 17 and a half pounds. Here's some of my arm weight. Alec. Okay, I'm so heavy. I'm giving her strength. All right, there's my cute cat. Okay, so we're gonna do this without weights. You're gonna grab your, or if you use weights, I should say, you're gonna grab hand weights, like 1 or 2 pounds, only if you have at home, or even higher if you need. Otherwise, without weights, you're gonna lift your arms up as high as you can and let your palms face each other. If you want to make a fist motion, you can, but it's not going to matter here. That's if you have hand weights, grab the weights. Drop the knees if you're standing. Spine lengthens. And we're going to lift the upper arms as high as you can and start to bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Okay, just like that. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, bend, straighten. A few more. I do these at the gym. I built up to do 12 and a half pounds now of this. Okay, relax, release. If you start like no weights, maybe you'll build up to 1 pound, 2 pounds. Over time, you'll be able to do it with weights. Okay, shake it out, release. And now second set is a little different exercise. This time your palms face back. Okay, if you're standing, you're still leaning forward, spine lengthening. Seated, also leaning forward. Arms up as high as you can, center the head over the spine. Lift your arms up and down, little pulses up and down like you're dribbling a basketball on the ceiling. For those standing, really drop the hips if you want to get into that leg strength, optional. I feel it. I feel it. This is with no weights. No weights on this one. You're just tapping up and down, not too far. You're not going all the way down. Some people do this and then you lose the strength. You're lifting up as high as you can. From the highest point, you're just going up an inch back to the highest point, up an inch back to the highest point. Good. 10 more. And then go right into the next one, right when it's hard. This is where we start toning. Face the palms towards each other. Keep the arm bones lifting. Bend the elbows, stretch it back. Bend, stretch. Bend, stretch. Your arms are lifting, upper arms lifting, and you're just bending at the elbow, lengthen back. Bend, stretch, bend, stretch. No weights on this one because I feel it. Don't need weights. Good. Last one. Hold, stretch it back, stretch, 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 hold, and release. Shake it out. Good work. Shake it out. Shake it out. Good work. Okay, have a seat. Now let's stretch it out. Little arm strength for holiday season coming up and prevent some winter blues by keeping strong and exercising. Okay, so cross your right arm over left. You're hugging it in now. Bend your left elbow. Hug it in. And then switch. Cross your left arm over right. Bend the right elbow. Hug the left arm in. Today I'm teaching another class. Later I'm teaching a class for seniors like balance and fall prevention. And we do upper arm strength exercises. And people sometimes think, but why for balance? If you're senior or any age, right? We want to be strong and prevent falls. But sometimes people think, well, then that will be leg exercises or walking exercise. But the arms too, because if you do fall, you want to catch yourself. And you're less likely to injure yourself if your arms are strong to catch yourself. All right, sometimes people lose focus or they fall, lose balance, but if you have strong arms, you may be able to catch yourself before going down on the ground. So either way, it's good for the body, both strength, legs, and the arms. Okay, so now relax it out. Okay, take your left hand under the right elbow. This is not strength. This is totally relaxing. You're going to cross your right hand to the left shoulder, trapezius, between the neck and shoulder, and then dig your fingers in wherever you feel tight. Dig around a bit, find some tight spots. And then make circles with your left shoulder and keep your fingers a steady press into the tight spots. So you let that tight spot melt away. Okay, and let's switch. Take your right hand, support under the left elbow. Cross your left hand to the right trapezius or shoulder. Dig in, circle around with your fingertips, find some tight spots. And then make little circles with your right shoulder. Get into some of those trigger points with the trapezius. And then release. Good. And now make a fist with your right hand, a little tapping for some energy flow for wintertime. So take your right hand, you're going to tap lightly, little fist tapping down the right arm from the neck to the fingers, and then turn the palm up and do the same on the inside of the arm. Try it a few times. And then you'll switch sides. You can start actually at the clavicle area and then go down the upper arm, the top of the arm, down the upper arm, to the top of the arm, into the neck. And then let's tap it out with your hands down the outer leg, down to the ankles if you can, up the top of the leg. If you rather loose palms instead of fists, you make a lot of noise, but you could do that. These are just some Qigong tapping movements. And take your hands, circle around the knees. Circle around the knees, both directions. Get it, get it, get it, get it. And then circle the shoulders one more time. And then relax your shoulders. Get it, get it. There we go. I'm vegan. I don't eat the animals. My cat is not. Those of you have cats, this is like he's killing a mouse. Sorry if it was a mouse, but this way he won't kill the mouse. So I got to throw him the ball. I can tell when he's getting cranky. He needs to kill something. He's a predator. I'm a yogi vegan living with the predator. All right. So now we're going to come to most people's favorite part is relaxing. You did your arm exercises. You might have came here for yoga and I had you do extra arm strength, a little extra workout, but now you're going to relax and do nothing. So first is to set up the posture. If you don't want to come down on the ground, just slightly lean against your chair. You may want a pillow and then rest your back of the hands on your thigh. If you have an ottoman in your home or a second chair, you can elevate your legs. Okay, but if you're able to get down on the ground, I highly recommend this. Feels so good to elevate your legs. It's a yoga posture, legs up on the wall. That's why the yogis do headstand and shoulder stand, but you don't need to stand on your head to get the benefit. So you scoot against the wall. You can also do this with your legs up on a chair if you don't have a wall nearby. And then you curl down and you elevate your legs. Okay. If you're on a chair, your legs are bent, but same thing, your legs are over the heart. And then take a moment to adjust your position so you're comfortable. Release your hands on the ground with the back of the hands on the floor. And make fists with your hands now, squeeze tight, and then stretch the fingers, and then relax the hands and fingers. Flex your feet now, pull your toes towards you, spread the toes, squeeze every muscle in your legs, calf, and thigh, and then release and let it go. If you're on the wall, let your legs relax against the wall. And now squeeze your facial muscles to the tip of the nose. Squeeze in your eyes, cheeks, and lips. Squeeze and release. Open the mouth wide like a yawn, or actually you could fake a yawn, stretch your jaw. Big sigh through the mouth, lion's breath. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale through the nose, open the mouth, lion's breath, and stretch your face and then close your eyes, and now let your jaw and face relax. Let your whole body relax. Just watching the breath as you're relaxing and letting go. And for those of you who have your legs up on the wall, let your knees bend, drop your knees down, scoot a little bit away from the wall or chair, stretch your arms like a T shape. If you want to go into a spinal twist on the floor, you can drop your legs to one side, head to the other, just for a breath or two, and then switch. And then you're going to slowly push off your hands, either coming onto the floor in a cross-legged seat or return to your chair, wherever you are. There's an expression, wherever you are, there you are. So We're gonna just be present with our own breath and our body. Let's close our eyes, ending in a mindful moment. And for this mindful moment, we were checking in our body and breath between poses today. So now let's just close our eyes and let's check in when we're in stillness. Just kind of navigate the inner world, see what's going on for you now after your practice. We want to experience, what does this practice do for us? Is it worth our time? How do we feel? Do we feel more balanced, more at ease, maybe more energy, whatever it was you needed? I hope you received that from your practice today. A little bit of discipline to do the practice goes a long way. You get so many benefits. So let's rub our hands together, create some heat. Then place one hand over the other. Bow the head in towards the heart. We'll end by maybe take a breath and your eyes can close. Focus at the heart and just think of something you're grateful for, either now or today or in general, or a few things. Or 10 things. You can keep going. If you've been in a bad mood or the winter blues coming in, think of things you're grateful for. And then we'll bring the palms to prayer when you're done, bowing into that gratitude. Let the head bow, the heart the bows, and namaste. Namaste. You could stay